Howdy folks, Kerbo here, back on the abandoned forest. And it took a while to get warmed up and dried out after that winter. You can see here it's the day 8 of spring, which means we've just got 2 more days of spring. The soil temperature is finally up enough. We needed up to at least 41 for the canola that we're going to put down. And I've got all the equipment hooked up here ready to seed. And I've got pellet thrown down on field 1. So we're going to head out there, get some canola planted. Then hopefully here in the next 2 days I can get all the fields planted. The forecast is looking pretty good. If I pull that up here real quick. It's a little bit cloudy tomorrow, but no rain in the forecast, so hopefully we won't get too much rain. Get all the planting done. That is the plan anyway, but you know how plans go out here on the abandoned forest. Never know what's going to happen. I got this power harrow here. I'm trying to remember what tractor I had last year. I've done so much equipment swapping. I think the 8530 will be up to the task. We'll find out. There's the 7810. I've got the thrower on that. Ready to head out to field 2. But we've got this mess of weeds here, that craziness left over from my soybeans. I'm hoping that will come out here as we power harrow. So let's get this all set up. We need to lower that down. And we'll go ahead and lower that down. And then we'll lower this whole thing down. Got it filled with canola seed. So I think you're ready to go. Turn on the power harrow. Let's just give it a look here. That's not getting rid of the weeds, is it? That's not good. We'll see what happens if I harrow and seed. Is that going to get rid of it? I may have to plow this under to get rid of it. Alright, back down. Turn you on. Turn you on. We still got these darn weeds. Not good. Not good at all. Not sure we're even planting. Sure doesn't look like our seed is going down. Alright, well that's unexpected. Let's raise that up. That raised up. Let's take a look at our map overview here. What even happened? It is planting. Looks like it's doing second stage, so it is cultivating with the power harrow, and it is planting. It's not getting rid of these weeds. Alright, well, tell you what, we're going to have to experiment. Apparently there are some tough weeds. Tell you what, I'm going to run back. I'm going to get the plow on the 8530. And we're going to see if that will plow under the weeds. So I will be right back. Alright, I've got the plow. Let's see, we need to turn the plow. Can we turn the plow? And if I push the right button. And I threw a weight on the front. So even plowing isn't getting rid of these weeds. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if they will disappear with the first stage of growth if we put canola down. Alright, we'll let that be a lesson to you. The map is broken for soybeans. Don't plant soybeans. Lesson learned. No more soybeans. Stick the weight over here. So, tell you what, I'm going to plant canola. And we're just going to have to see what happens. Do a speed run here, hooking the stuff back up. Oops. So we're gonna have to use GPS because I can't really see what I'm doing. We'll get it planted though. Whoa! Getting sloppy, getting in a hurry. Alright, we probably plowed under whatever I just planted there, so let's get somewhat lined up. We'll get the GPS engaged. Yeah, we'll just have to plant this and see what happens. I don't know what else to do. Those lines going, so new. Auto width. That's not right. That's not right at all. Why are you doing that? GPS is whacked out. Four meters, maybe? Do 3.8 for some overlap. And we're going to stop at the end of the field. Now we can turn those back off. Alright. Turn you on, and away we go. We're going to plant some canola. And hope it grows. You have steering on, we do. Just double checking. So yeah, this whole weed thing with the soybeans is very strange. If you've been following the series, you saw this happen when we planted soybeans. The soybeans grew normally, and they harvested normally. But it has left this strange grass, weeds, something here on the fields where I planted soybeans. So I'm not sure what's up with that. It's a bit of a pain to deal with both these. You can see the draw distance on the weeds is really short too, so outward draw distance, out past the draw distance, you can see it is working the ground. Very weird. Nothing's normal here on the abandoned forest. It's always an adventure. So we'll get this short part of the field planted, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get these soybean fields planted, and then I'll probably bring you back in for a bit when we're planting one of the bigger fields. I think we had 4 and 5 that weren't soybeans. So I will see you in a bit, probably later on the day here in Farm Sim World. See you in a bit. Howdy folks, we're back here. It was a long break, clearing to almost halfway through the next day. But I'm finishing up the last field, field 4 here. Planted everything in canola. And basically just kind of doing the outer edges here. Cleaning up the field. Got a few spots here and there. These hilly fields are a little rough. Sometimes the planter doesn't make good contact with the ground. But I'm just making headland pass here, and then one more headland pass. It should be done. We didn't use very much seed. Canola goes a long ways. So we got lots of seed left. We did use a lot of fuel, though. If you take a look at the fuel gauge there, we're down to just over 100 liters. We have burned through a lot of fuel here in the 8530. But the planting is almost done. It really wants to spin here in this loose soil. Come on. There we go. Now I am using the gearbox mod feature in the fields only. If wheel spin goes over 20%, then the wheels will actually dig into the ground, and it'll be like you plowed it. So it will actually plow up the ground. You got to kind of watch out for that. The first implementation of the feature I didn't like, because it did that everywhere. No matter where you were on the map, it would dig in and plow. I think it makes kind of makes sense in the fields where the ground's worked up. So I do have that enabled. I believe on all the tractors. Let me take a quick look here. We bring up the gearbox settings page, which is right control semicolon by default. If you go over to settings 2 page, slipping wheels is on. You can turn it off per vehicle if you'd like. Mine is set to on. Just know where that crazy swath out there. Got a little crazy. Yeah, we did have a great demand for wool, but unfortunately I was busy planting, and that has since expired. But I only had 2 pallets to take over, so I think we'll just keep storing up the pallets. I think we're up to almost 3 pallets now. The sheep are producing pretty good here in the late spring. So we'll store up the pallets, and hopefully we'll have a nice big truckload to take over next time there's a big demand for it. Should pay out pretty nicely. I think it was paying about $7,000 per I think it's per 1,000 liters. And the pallet is 2,000. I think that's how that works. So, you know, 14, 15 grand per pallet. That adds up quick. I don't think I'll mess with those spots out there. We'll just leave them. It's not really worth my time. I'm going to finish off the headland here. Get this poor tractor back to the farm. Get some maintenance on it, get it fueled up, get it washed off. The sharp-eyed among you will notice my money has gone up quite a bit. I did sell the old Russian tree harvester. Kind of got my fill of logging off that huge field over there. And I had a buyer that was interested in it, so I did sell that. I'm not sure we're going to make it up this hill here. No, we're just digging in. Alright, fair enough. Turn that off. Turn that off. Get past that part. You can always do that going downhill if we want to come back for it. Lower you down, turn you on. Nope, wrong button, turn you on. There we go. And onward we go. Just about done. We're going to have a lot of canola come fall. Got all 5 fields planted in canola. The downside to this nice setup is it takes a little while to get everything up and down. I need to bind some keys for raise everything. I haven't done that. This little spot here. I don't think it's really worth running down to the end of the field to get that last little spot we spun out on. I think we're going to call it good. Like that. Raise you up. Raise you up. And we are done. See the far field over there? That's all planted. Everything's planted with canola. I think the soybean mess is gone. After some time passed in game where I had cultivated and planted, the weird soybean weed stuff disappeared. It is still, there's a few patches here where it, the planter didn't quite make contact with the ground. But overall fields are clear of that nasty stuff. So no more soybeans. Not going to do that again. But I'm going to head back to the farm, give this thing a bath. Whoa. Get it fueled up. And planting season's over. So it's just a matter of wait for the grass to grow. Probably midsummer will be high enough to get a mow done. That will get our hay stock up for the sheep. The sheep are doing well. Plenty of water over there. Still got plenty of hay. I don't think we'll have to buy any hay until we get our own grown and baled. So that will be it for this episode. Unless something interesting happens, I'll probably see you there about midsummer or so for some haying. So thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. And I can't drive. You all know that because you've watched lots of videos of me driving. Let's try that again. Catch you in the next one. Take care. Look out, trees. I'm coming through.